Welcome to Marsupial Mines.
Marsupial?
What is it called?
Mariscal?
Mariscal.
Marsupial Mine.
Welcome to
Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Jenny. We ditched the corporate world to spend a year exploring.
And our goal is to get out and see all the incredible places and meet interesting people.
And maybe find a place to put roots down.
So join us as we explore both on and off the beaten path. Sometimes we'll be somewhere.
And sometimes nowhere.
We're here.
All right, hello from Big Bend. We finally made
it. Yay.
Awesome. So after a long drive,
It was a windy drive.
windy drive, there was a lot of storms going on down here. And actually the site that we got, which I'll tell you more about in a second, is also 90 minutes from the nearest basically pavement.
Paved road, which we love.
So it's in the backcountry, but
So we are nowhere.
Yeah, we're not somewhere, we're nowhere. All right, so as we were preparing for this, as you can imagine, I was doing a ton of research and I was looking into Big Bend, all the different campsites. And one really stuck out that I said, this needs to be our first real stop and our first real campsite. And so let me see if I can bring this up to it.
Dun, da, da, da.
Dun, da, da, da. So we thought that was totally fitting that we would be staying at Twisted Shoe for the first couple nights. But let's see, so in the backcountry, we've got 5 nights here at Big Bend. We're gonna be looking at doing a little bit of hiking. There's also a ton of off-road activity to do. But as you can see in the background, I won't go too much into the sun. We are in the middle of it, and as you can imagine, as people always say, it never does it justice. The back roads here and the mountains are just absolutely phenomenal. The plant life is so cool, and we're just already having such a good time. I think we're gonna settle in, have a couple cocktails, and then
Dan, you need to make me guacamole.
I gotta make you guacamole?
I'm hungry.
Okay. Apparently I'm making...
And we bought guacamole mix.
What do you mean guacamole mix?
Dan, make me guacamole.
What do you mean by guacamole mix?
We bought avocados, peppers, and onions.
Yep, so that's apparently guacamole mix. Okay, so after guacamole mix, it'll be dinner, I guess. And then, Jenny, what do you think we'll be doing?
What do you think we'll be doing? If you have guacamole, what goes with guacamole? Tacos!
Oh, I was gonna say more guacamole.
No, we're doing tacos because we've got all that hamburger that we bought.
Okay, perfect.
It's hamburger week.
All right, hamburger week here in Big Bend. We'll see you guys soon.
And then we can, oops. You know we can do this? We can heat this up tomorrow for chips. Like nachos.
Yes, that'll be so good.
Done.
Hey. Oh yeah, Taco Tuesday. What was that, Jenny?
I was saying, yay.
Let's show you guys what we're waking up to. Not so bad.
Alright, so waking up this morning, and Jenny was just saying something about her breath. It smells like 2 weasels climbed into my mouth and died. 2 smelly weasels?
I'm trying to get Dan. I told Dan I'll give him $10 if he smells my breath.
To smell double smelly weasel breath?
No, it's bad. It's bad. Like, I'm suffocating myself. Like, oh. It's so bad.
All right, so we just packed up camp, and we're all loaded up for the day. We're going to be heading out. I'm going to use my trusty shed pointer here, and we're going to do a low-tech version of what we're planning on doing for the day. All right, so for those of you who haven't been to Big Bend, Chisos Basin, which is right in here, is really where the main campground is. You come in to Panther Junction from the north. There's a gas station right here. That's important to know. Chisos Basin is nice. We were there yesterday. There's a nice visitor center, super friendly rangers. They can give you a lot of information. Some of that I'll cover in a second. There's also a restaurant there, so if you're feeling like just grabbing some chow, you can grab it there. So we are right here, Twisted Shoe. By the end of the day, where we're trying to get to is over here, which is Camp De Leon. That's our stop for the next couple of nights. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down this road here. Now this is Black Gap Road. It says not maintained. This is actually a Jeep Badge of Honor trail. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to poke in where we're solo. If it's too nasty, I'm not going to do it. But otherwise, we're going to spend some time doing Black Gap Road. We originally were going to do a hike down here, Mariscal Canyon Rim Trail. But the rangers said the border is open here now, and so you've got a high chance of smash and grabs at the trailhead. This is supposed to be a beautiful trail. So unfortunately, we're going to have to bail on that plan. So if we can get down Black Gap, then my plan is to check out Mariscal Mine right here, spend some time there, and then we'll come down and take this river road east into the Rio Grande village and then up to Camp De Leon. So that is the plan for the day. I'm going to leave my pointer here for anybody else who comes to Twisted Shoe and needs to take a look at the map. It's already been a really cool morning. I was on a walk. There was 2 ravens that came in and just sat on a tree, and it was really neat. It was sort of one of those moments for me because when I was back in New Hampshire getting ready for this trip, my brother, who's a super talented tattoo artist, did a raven on my back, and so it was super cool to be like here and have a couple ravens come in and actually kind of sit there. So it was, to me, a good omen for the trip. So all right, well, we are going to pack up and head on out, and we'll see you guys on the trail. All right, well, thank you, Campsite.
Thank you, Campsite.
Thank you, Twisted Shoe.
Thank you, Twisted Shoe. Thank you, First Campsite.
Thank you for really good views and awesome stars.
Awesome stars, and no thank you for the hurricane winds.
Yeah, no thank you.
That was fun.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Campsite.
Okay.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either, Dan. I don't like that. That scares me.
All right, we are spinning around. We came to a really, really narrow shelf that was completely washed out. It was barely the width of the Jeep, and it just was too sketchy, especially being that we're at the beginning of our trek here. So buyer beware, I guess. I think if I was
lighter,
my center of gravity was lower, I could have squeezed through it, but I'm so heavy and top heavy, and this is our house. So we just decided to err on the side of caution. So more to come on other roads, but yes. Black Gap Road will not be for us.
are now at I can't say it. We are now at
Mariscal.
We are now at Mariscal Mine.
So think of America.
Mariscal.
Mariscal.
So we're now at Mariscal Mine.
Yep.
And this is where 1/4 of the world's mercury was produced from 1900.
Yeah.
One time from 1900 to 1943. So let's go check it out.
Yeah, sounds good. Wonder what these big cylindrical pads are. There's one, you're on one, there's another one, the next one down. They're the same size too.
Yeah.
Huh. Bet there's an awesome view right here. Oh yeah. Come right up here, Jimmy.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
Wow.
That is a view.
You're the king of the mine shaft, Dan.
I know.
Yeah.
Look at that, you can see deep into the, I don't know if the GoPro will pick it up, but yeah, look at that, huh?
Do you think something lives down there?
I would imagine so, yeah. Of course.
I'm gonna go run. That's really cool. I don't want to fall. I'm scared.
Life up here must have been interesting.
On top of the mountain. It was like danger, keep off, and Dan just goes right for the danger.
Well, let's get to the summit.
Okay. We summited Mariscal.
Mary Super Balls.
Mary
Mary
Super.
Sukel.
We summited Mariscal Mine.
Mariscal Mine. Super cool. Neat little hike. And pro tip, if you come, bring a flashlight because there's a few mines you can look down in and see a little bit deeper. None of them are super deep, but still bring one. It's good. All right.
Highly recommend.
All right. We're going live out into the field with our reporter.
Dan,
Jenny, can you hear me?
Dan, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
How would you say the weather is where you are?
Think that there's going to be 0 chance of rain, 100% chance of wind.
All right, so recap of the day. Oh, it was just awesome. All off-road, unbelievable back roads that they have here at Big Bend. As you guys saw, we hit Black Gap and turned around. I still kind of question that. Part of me wishes I had tried it, but I don't know. You know, what's guaranteed is we are here set up and not turtled somewhere else. So we are Camp de Leon site tonight, and this is on the eastern side of the park. We were in the center of it here for the last couple of days. The contemplation for us now, we've got 3 nights here, so that puts us into a Saturday departure, and then destination is going to be New Mexico. As we've started checking availability, because this will have been 5 nights, and we said, I had promised Jenny every 3 to 5 nights, so I'm pushing it a little bit. Our dilemma now is as we look for places Saturday night, Sunday night, there's not a lot of availability anywhere close, so we may push some big miles on Saturday to get to something. But that is cocktail contemplation for the evening, which we're going to get about ready to do right now. And then that is Big Bend to the center. So I chose this site for our last few nights here because I wanted to see sunset over the park. So we'll do that tonight. Maybe check out the stars. There's absolutely nobody around. This is solitude at its finest. So, all right, with that, we'll turn in and see you guys in a bit. Good morning. That was quite a night. It was supposed to be light and variable winds, and about 2 o'clock in the morning it just came in so hard. It was even harder than it was the other night. I had to actually turn the Jeep around because it was from the opposite direction with Jenny up top in the Ursa, so that was kind of a comical move, but it dropped by probably 3:30 or 4, so got a few hours of sleep. Let's see, so today what our plan is going to be is to cross the border. So there's a little border crossing that you can do here. You can go into this little town. There's a couple restaurants and things like that. That's what Jenny really wants to do, get some good food to start the day, and then this afternoon we'll come back to the campsite and reassess our options. There's some hot springs that I've been wanting to check out, but I don't know, apparently it's kind of a crowded and that sort of thing, so not my style, so we might skip that. But at any event, we will see what this border crossing looks like. See you guys in a bit.
I'm so excited. Let's go across the border. Is it rude if we don't take a mule?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
I feel like we're not supporting the economy.
yeah, well, we'll see when we get over to the
Lazy
other
Americans.
side. We'll see when we get over to the other side. Why did the American cross the river?
To go get a Mexican Coke.
To get a Mexican Coke and a taco. Looks like here is the international barge. So you're gonna show us around town a little bit?
Yeah, I'll go show you around. We have
I want to get a Mexican Coke.
restaurants, yeah, Mexican Coke, margaritas.
And so the town here is basically supported tourism?
By
Supports
tourists,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, the next big city is Musquis. It's 160 miles from here.
160?
Wow.
That takes a little while to get on a donkey.
Yeah.
So how many people usually cross the border each day over?
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Right now you don't know exactly, because with the COVID.
When is the busiest time?
We're supposed to be like in October.
Okay.
October, November.
So this is the main stretch right here.
This is so cute. Look how cute. She's a little film.
Oh, yeah. I didn't say no to those eyes, huh? Danny, when was the last time you were in church?
Last Sunday.
Oh, interesting. Oh, it's so cool. And then look, our Jeep is way on the other side over there.
Oh yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, that was actually really easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, very easy. It was
Yeah.
very easy.
And it's felt really safe.
Yeah. I'm very weird about stuff like that, and I felt very
that's
safe.
not weird.
And the little kids are so cute.
Oh man, I know. We're gonna end up buying friggin' bracelets, aren't we?
Anklets, Dan.
Anklets.
Dan, that's when you left me, is when I came over with the anklet.
Yeah, I was like, she's the one for me. Oh, well, what an awesome day today was. Windy as hell, and it's pushing us a little bit. But man, Boquillas was so fun. That was such a surprise. Jenny was super nervous going into Mexico, but it's just such a cool little town, and everyone's there just to help you and make sure you have a good time. All right, and so what do we got in store for the night? Well, essentially, we've got a hell of a breeze here. We've turned the Jeep in a direction that at least is trying to break it a little bit. We'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be an early night for us because it was such a rough one last night. But so let's assume the night goes well, and then what I think we're gonna do, or at least we're talking about now, we'll see if we do it, is wake up first thing in the morning, and there are some hot springs, some natural hot springs here that you can hike to. During the day, I guess it's super crowded, so we're gonna try and hit that first thing in the morning, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you guys at the next stop. All right, so good morning. Beautiful sunrise this morning. We had woke up to some coyotes in the distance howling pretty good. For once we had a windless night, which was nice. We slept so sound. And then I don't know if I'll be able to get them on tape here. Our ravens came to visit us again this morning.
Look at those wings. Look. Wow.
That's cool.
Now they're at the front of our...
Now they're at the front of our Jeep. All right, so thank you, campsite.
Thank you, campsite.
Thank you, De Leon campsite.
Thank you for not being windy last night.
Oh, thank you for dropping the wind last night. Thank you for bringing in the ravens.
Yes.
What else?
That's it.
That's it? Okay. Well, thank you, campsite.
Thank you, campsite. Thank you, Big Bend.
Thank you, Big Bend. Okay, so we
That was
are...
fun.
Yeah, we are just leaving Big Bend right now, running north, and what we figured we would do is just, I guess, leave a little bit of a recap for anyone who's thinking of going.
Yes.
Some things that we liked and some things that we would talk about. So I guess the first thing I would say is be ready for wind.
Yes. Minus last night, but
Yeah.
yes, be ready for wind.
Yeah, as you can see by my face, I am wind burnt
And sunburnt.
And sunburnt. Yeah, so
Yes.
it is sunny and very, very windy. So if you have awnings or anything like that, or if you're in a tent, be
Yep.
sure that that thing is locked down.
And bring sunscreen.
And, well, yes, we brought it.
I would
Wear
say
suns-
sunscreen.
I'd
Yeah,
say
we
wear
brought it. Yeah, bring and wear sunscreen.
Yeah.
And bring plenty of water, which
Yep.
is great though, because each of the 3 visitor centers at the park have water, so you can bring your own containers and
Yep,
fill up there.
Exactly. So you can get water at any of those. The next thing I would say is if you're someone who has to be connected all the time, I would not come to Big Bend.
Yes.
Because there's very little cell signal.
Each of the visitor centers.
Yeah, the
Yep.
visitor centers have Wi-Fi. You can get spotty cell in different areas.
But we have a secret.
Yeah, little secret. Go ahead,
Little
Judy.
secret is if you guys are here, and what is it called? What is it?
Old Ore.
Old Ore Road. There's a rancher at the end of that road, so he's got his own cell tower.
Yeah, so if you pull off Old Ore Road and just go to the first height of land that you see right there, you can actually get a little bit of cell service.
Right off literally right off the road.
Yep.
And I've got AT&T, Dan's got Verizon, so both of ours.
And both
worked.
picked up.
Yep.
Let's see, what else?
I loved going to Mexico. That was so much fun.
I know,
That was so much fun.
That was a super highlight.
That was a big highlight.
Backcountry camping is awesome.
Awesome.
So it is backcountry. There are sites there that
Beautiful.
it takes 90 minutes to 2 hours to even get to. So tons of solitude. Everything's really clean.
Quiet.
Every site has a bear box on it, so if you want to store stuff in there. Open fires are not allowed, so we have a little Vargo, but I would say if anyone wants to do fires, bring charcoal and then also bring some sort of a smokeless fire pit.
Yep, and the rangers seem to come by quite often, so
Yep.
you always felt safe. I loved going to the hot springs this morning. My hair's still wet.
Yeah, so that's another thing we would say is the hot springs here later in the day, I guess, can get super crazy busy. We went first thing in the morning. There was like a half dozen people there. 105-degree water, and then you can cold dunk and jump right into the Rio Grande that's
Yep.
right next to it. So definitely recommend.
Yeah, that was fun. I was not excited about going because it was really cold outside, and I just said, you know what, you only live once.
Yeah.
And I did it for Dan, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
It took some convincing.
It took some convincing, but I'm really glad that you pushed me to do that.
Yeah, me too. All right, so what's next for us? So we are leaving Big Bend right now. Next destination will be Carlsbad, New Mexico. So we're going to...
we're staying in a house.
Yeah, we got an Airbnb, so we're going to be able to take a shower.
Yes.
We're going to rest, refit, restock, and then we're going to do Carlsbad Caverns, and who the heck knows what else in New Mexico.
I'm excited. I'm excited for New Mexico.
I know.
I've never been.
I can't wait. So thank you guys for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Big Ben. Thank you, Big Ben.
Well, thank you, Big Ben.